Well, Deb submitted this report. Bishop residents will decide on a 1% sales tax bump in November 3rd. Caught with budget cuts and significant drops in revenue, the Bishop City Council voted 4-1 to add a 1% transactions and use tax, TUT, to its sales tax rate at last Monday's meeting. The tax has to be approved by the voters and will be on the November 3rd ballot. If passed by the voters, the TUT would bump the current sales tax rate to 8.75%. The increase would add $1.8 million to the city's budget. While the motion required a 2/3 vote by the council, the TUT would only need a simple majority of voters to pass. That little detail was a major factor in the decision process following a detailed presentation at the council's May 25th meeting. The council had an abbreviated version of last month's discussion on exactly what tax increase was most likely to pass. Council member Chris Costello and Mayor Laura Smith both felt a less than 1% increase would be easier for voters to swallow. Council member Stephen Muchevich argued that 0.5% wouldn't make us whole. We had to pull nearly $900,000 out of reserves to balance this year's budget, he said. Bishop's budget woes aren't unique. The town of Mammoth Lakes and Mono County governing boards have all had the talk. The impact of COVID-19 health orders left all but essential businesses shuttered and restaurants limited to takeout for 2.5 months. While Governor Gavin Newsom's road to recovery is starting to open, there are still complications, limitations, and a lot of confusion as to who can do what and when. Thanks for putting that report together, Deb. We had a little something extra come our way, and we posted on our website, and I just wanted to bring it to your attention. It's FAQs for COVID-19 fishing while in the Mammoth Lakes area by Megan Miranda with the Mammoth Lakes Tourism. The town is looking forward to welcoming anglers back to recreate. As restrictions are slowly lifted, here are some of the questions that she provides answers to on our website at sierrawave.net. Is Mammoth Lakes open? Is fishing in Mammoth Lakes permitted? Are boat launches in Mammoth Lakes area open? Where can I purchase a fishing license? Are guided fishing services in Mammoth Lakes currently operating? When will fish stocking take place? Will bathrooms at trailheads, campgrounds, or boat launches be open? Can I rent or purchase fishing equipment at retail stores in town? Am I required to wear a mask in Mammoth Lakes? Are there any fishing derbies or events happening in Mammoth Lakes? And what campgrounds are open? She answers these and other questions. Again, you can go find these answers at our website, sierrawave.net. For more details or information on these stories and others, visit our website at sierrawave.net. A small truck took out a power pole in Big Pine yesterday. Between 10:30 and 11 a.m. yesterday morning, on Monday, June 8th, the power went out for quite a few Big Pine residents as David Frole of Desert Hot Springs, California, was driving a 2000 Ford Ranger pickup northbound on US 395 that plowed into a power utility pole directly across the street from the Copper Top Barbecue on the 300 block of Main Street. According to California Highway Patrol officers on the scene, the solo driver told them that he had fallen asleep. The truck, according to a witness, was northbound on the 395 highway when it suddenly veered across the roadway, hitting the curb, and then plowed into the power utility pole, taking it out and badly damaging the truck. In fact, totaling it. Witnesses say the driver, Frole, jumped out of the truck and away from the falling pole. He was not injured. Power was rerouted around the site to restore electricity to homes. Suddenlink cable also seemed to have been affected, knocking out service as far away as Independence. Response units consisted of LADWP, CAL FIRE, Big Pine Volunteer Fire Department, Inyo County Sheriff, and the California Highway Patrol. Power was restored in Big Pine late in the afternoon after 5 p.m. In a ruling published last week, a California Superior Court made a sweeping ruling against Inyo County's attempted eminent domain takeover of Los Angeles land and water rights. The years-long pursuit by Inyo County has effectively been sent back to the drawing board and will require not only a complete restart, but also a comprehensive environmental review in order for Inyo to proceed. This thing may now cost Inyo as much as $2 million in damages to Los Angeles. Judge Twisselman ordered the Board of Supervisors to rescind its actions and ordered the county to pay LADWP's cost of the lawsuit. His order not only resolved the CEQA case, but also paves the way for resolving the county's 3 related eminent domain cases in LADWP's favor. The case arose out of the Board of Supervisors' approval of 3 resolutions on August 15, 2017, which authorized Inyo to attempt to take 3 parcels of land that it leases from LADWP for landfill purposes in the Owens Valley, as well as water rights associated with those properties. Of course, LADWP objected. Anyway, they filed a lawsuit in response to Inyo's actions on February 9, 2018, and the court rejected Inyo's attempt to dismiss the city's case in September 2018 and held a trial on February 7, 2020. Based on the court's ruling, Inyo's actions were illegal. LADWP intends to seek dismissal of the 3 eminent domain lawsuits that the county filed, and if the court dismisses those cases, under California law, LADWP is also entitled to recover its cost and attorney fees from Inyo County associated with those lawsuits. Welcome back, and look, we have a report from Deb Murphy on the multi-use facility in Mammoth Lakes that's going to go out for a rebid and downsizing.
Mammoth's multi-use facility, or community recreation center, has undergone another metamorphosis following the initial bidding process. The project started out as a rink in a tent, a description that nobody liked. The final plan that went out to bid was more recreation center-ish, more appropriately Mammoth-y. Then the bids came in, exceeding the anticipated cost by roughly $3 million. It gets a little complicated. The total budget was $13 million. The low bid came in at just under $12 million, but additional elements the town anticipated purchasing directly, the sprung structure itself, a chiller package, and ice rink boards, will cost $3.4 million. Add everything up and the center is over budget. Stuart Brown, the town's Parks and Recreation Director, focused on the center half full rather than half empty. The programming goals and objectives remain the same, he said, at last week's council meeting. The 3,000 square foot space, the Olympic ice rink, the locker rooms are still there. It can still be a hub for Parks and Recreation summer programs. Chair of the Recreation Commission, Betsy Truax, didn't agree, commenting the program would be difficult. Public Works Director Grady Dutton pointed out the proposed project was the same as the initial concept from June 2019. It's just not as extra special, he said. Haislip Hayes, engineering manager, indicated the redesign would be built to the same footprint, but elements like the lobby, offices, and concessions would not be built out. Then he turned his attention to the local economic impacts. Some of the money will stay in the community, he said. Local subcontractors would be used on the project for earthwork, utilities, foundations, electrical, plumbing, and other elements of the construction. Local hardware stores would supply materials, and out-of-the-area specialty subs would stay at hotels and eat at restaurants. Hayes couldn't put a dollar figure to the money spent in the community. That would require spending money on another analysis. That argument worked on 3 council members. In addition to the fact the funding sources, measures R and U, are earmarked for recreational projects only. Wentworth, Linda Salcido, and Bill Saucer voted to put the project out to rebid.